All right, so welcome back. Daily Decodes 812. And Jaguars center Mitch Morse announces his retirement after 10 seasons and nearly 100 wins. That's interesting how they mention that. Normally, like in baseball, maybe with like a pitcher, you would hear about a win count for an individual, right? Isn't that is interesting? Um, we don't even hear that a lot with like football quarterbacks, especially in the title of a story. But nonetheless, we get this Jaguars center, and they want us to know nearly 100 wins after 10 seasons. This guy is retiring, okay? Retiring equals 100. All right? And 100 is kind of like 10, right? 1 0. Add another 0, you get 100. Jacksonville Jaguars center. J is the 10th letter of the alphabet. So you get 10, 10, 10 seasons, nearly 100 wins. So add another 0, you get 100. Most of those coming with Kansas City and Buffalo, right? And I just did with the last breakdown the trade of the Kansas City player. I just can't remember his name right now. I think it's in the next slide or so. But check it out. Morse is age 32 and he had 1 year remaining on a $10.5 million contract. So you get another 10. And he signed that a year ago in free agency. Look at how Morse equals 65 in the reverse cipher, and he's got 65 on his jersey. Oh, look, there's another 10. Jacksonville also could address the position with one of its 10 picks in next month's NFL draft. 10 picks. So you get another 10. He would have counted 5.4 million against Jacksonville's salary cap in 2025. Wow, right? Wow. So I guess we kind of know why they mentioned that 100. Retiring equals 100. Oh, it was Joe Tooney who got traded from the Chiefs to the Bears. So now we get another Chiefs connection here. As remember, they lost the Super Bowl, right? So they're going to be trending a lot with a lot of these side stories. But Morse 65 in the reverse cipher. He's got 65 on his jersey. He's a center. Center equals 65. All right. Ordinal ABC 123. You see the cipher breakdown? Center equals 65. Okay. He announces his retirement Thursday, 6 weeks, 5 days before his birthday. Another 65. You see that? So we got 4 65s that hit big right away here. Look at his birthday, 421. 4 plus 21, 25. Retires in the year 25. How about that? And of course, announces his retirement on the 65th day of the year. Thursday, March 6th, 65th day of the year. It looks like he wore 60 for Buffalo. That number keeps popping up, right? The 60th day of the year, 5 days before this announcement. But 60's been hitting in multiple breakdowns. Right off the top of my head, I know trending Jimmy Johnson equals 60. Uh, he retired from Fox Sports. I still don't know what he's called, like a commentator or an analyst or whatever, but he would do the Fox Sports shows talking about the games on a panel, right? But wow, okay, so we get all of those 65s, and you see the birthday, as I mentioned, April 21st right there. So we get all of these 65s. He's 6'6". So that's, that was pretty close, right? That was pretty close. Okay. Even he's 305 pounds, which is kind of like the third month and the fifth day, which was one day before this announcement. So that came really close. Wow. And speaking of the 305, speaking of the 305, 305 pounds is like 35. Okay. Drop the zero numerology rules. 305 like 35. And Wednesday, the day before the retirement, I think I mentioned that, March 5th, 3-5, but the fifth day of the third month. Mitch, the first name equals 53. Retiring equals 53. Back to the 35, the Chiefs drafted Morse in the second round in 2015. 20 plus 15 is 35. Okay, he spent 4 seasons in Kansas City. Remember, Joe Tooney just got traded to the Bears. He has 4 Super Bowl championships, and he was traded for a 4th round pick. Okay, with that Kansas City connection, just look, it's the last breakdown I did. And now we get this guy 4 seasons in Kansas City to connect with that Kansas City Chiefs Joe Tooney breakdown. How about that? And so this guy spent 4 seasons in Kansas City, 5 in Buffalo before landing in Jacksonville. He said wanting to play again for one of his former coaches. Doug Peterson was the main reason he signed with the Jaguars. And Doug Peterson, he's connected to the Philadelphia Eagles now, isn't he? He's connected to the Philadelphia Eagles. Didn't he break out with the Eagles? Did Doug Peterson coach the Eagles? Yeah, their first Super Bowl title in 2018. You see that? And the Eagles beat the damn Chiefs in this last Super Bowl, the 59th Super Bowl. You see that? Peterson led the Eagles to their first Super Bowl title in 2018, finishing 9-8 in his first 2 campaigns in Jacksonville, and made the playoffs in his first year. You see that? Okay, so there's that Eagles connection, right? As they're definitely trendy, even though the Super Bowl last month, right? But you see that? You see the Eagles right there with Doug Peterson. So let's go back over here. And even with the 53, Mitch 53, retiring 53, there's a 53-man roster in the NFL. Okay? And you see right there, Jacksonville Jaguars center Mitch Morse announces retirement. And, so we get the Bills here, a member of the Bills. And this is a center, his position. So he snaps the football to the quarterback. And you see he had the 61 with the Kansas City Chiefs. So all of these days have been landing lately, like the 61st day of the year, the 65th with this breakdown, right? The 62, the 63, all of those numbers have been trending lately, and they all kind of sync up with the day of the year, okay? Or, within a couple of days, all right? So Mitch Morse, it says a shocking NFL retirement. I don't know if there's any such thing with really with I guess, right? Didn't Barry Sanders retire? And I guess that was shocking. Andrew Luck, I guess. So maybe I shouldn't speak too fast there, but shocking. I mean, it's a physical sport, right? And you see right there, Joe Tooney trade forces Chiefs' hand in difficult contract negotiation. That was like a money dump, right? As they only received a fourth round pick from the Bears. But you get the Kansas City connection again trending right there, okay? And Doug Peterson even equates to 62 like Mitchell Morse, right? Mitchell Morse, 62. And I was telling you about the 61, the 62, the 63. Now the 65 that hit in this breakdown, right? So the 62 hits again with Doug Peterson and Mitchell Morse. And he said wanting to play again for one of his former coaches, Doug Peterson, was a main reason he signed with the Jaguars. Okay, how about that? And you get the 62 one more time. And there's like several breakdowns that hit with the 62. Jacksonville fired Peterson in January and has since hired former Tampa Bay offensive coordinator Liam Cohen as his replacement. Okay. Now the Jaguars are in desperate need of a center as they prepare for free agency next week. They drafted Luke Fortner in the third round in 2022, but brought in Morse to replace him as the weak link in their offensive line. So now what are they going to do? Liam Cohen, he equals 36. Thursday, March 6th, 36. Okay? Thursday, March 6th, 36. Mitch Morse announces his retirement. Thursday, March 6th. And Liam Cohen, again, 36 in the reduction cipher. Now, look at how Mitchell Morse connects with the quarterback in Jacksonville. You see that right there? Mitchell Morse, 199 in the reverse cipher. Trevor Lawrence, also 199 in that same cipher. Even Mitch, 82. Mitchell, 82. Trevor Lawrence, 82. Okay? So the 65 was huge in this one. The 10s came in nice as well. Okay? So, we could just kind of run it back a little bit right there. And that 62 hits with Doug Peterson right there and Mitchell Morse. Joe Tooney's got the 62 on his jersey. Okay, and there was 62s and 26s littered all over that breakdown. Just go check it out. It was the previous breakdown from the one you're seeing right now. And Kansas City Chiefs even equals 260 like 26. Joseph equals 26. And there were like 2 or 3 other 26s in that breakdown, but you see how it connects again here with the Kansas City connection. Mitchell Morse 62, Doug Peterson 62. The 65s hit very heavy here. Okay? Very heavy. What? We had like 5 or 6 of them, something like that. Even connected with his birthday here. Okay, look. So it looks like I got Wednesday in there instead of Thursday. You see that right there? So I got Wednesday instead of Thursday. It says he retired Thursday, but I have Wednesday right there. But that's still going to hit, right? Let's go over here. So he's got the April 21st birthday. Let's open up this date calculator. So Thursday was 3/6/2025, and the birthday is 4/21/2025. Okay, so it still hits with the 6 week, 5 day span, right? So 46 days, announces his retirement 46 days before his birthday. But it's a 6 week, 5 day span. Okay, so it still hits. Let me open this up again. Yeah, so it still hits with the span, okay? But I'm glad I caught that. I don't know why I had Wednesday in there, but definitely glad I caught that one right there. But the 65s hit very heavy, as you see right there one more time. And then retiring 100, and they want us to know he nearly had 100 wins. Why don't they just tell us the number? Like, would I have to do some deep research to find the number? You know what I'm saying? But you see retiring 100, and they say nearly 100 wins. I've never known them to mention a center in football and their win count. I mean, it's a team sport if there was ever a team sport, right? That's interesting. Like I said, we hear that in baseball with pitchers a lot. Oh, dude's got 20 wins on the season. He's 20-10 as a starter. That's usually what we hear, but that's interesting. And again, they say most of those coming with Kansas City and Buffalo. So he's been on some successful teams. Look at the Jaguars over here. Notice how they have 4 wins and 13 losses. Let me zoom in. And this is Mitch Morse retiring. M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. So they had a pretty bad season with 13 losses. Mitch Morse, M, the 13th letter of the alphabet. Right? And his birthday is in the 4th month, April 21st, the 4th month. And they had 4 victories. You see that right there? How about that, right? Okay, so we'll see if they have a better season, but I don't think this move will help them in any way, right? They're portraying this guy as a decent asset, or he was a decent asset here. Notice how he's 32 years old right there. Now look, when we go back to the record, the Jags scored 300 in total, or 320 total points right there in the season. You see that? And he's aged 32. 320 is like 32, right? And so these other numbers are going to hit. The 35 hit in the breakdown, and the 53, the home record, but we don't need to do that. Okay, but we do need to scan down this article and just see if anything else is going to pop. Scroll a little bit more. That's it. Right here. So Jacksonville also could address the position with one of its 10 picks. We went over that already. Morse thanked all 3 of his former teams and his family, and added that he looked forward to spending more time with them as I navigate retirement. He started all 156 games of his career. Look at this, including 13 in the postseason. Remember, Mitch Morse, M, the 13th letter, and the Jags had 13 losses last season. His career was 98-58. Okay, so we get a win total. So I guess it matters if you're a center. I mean, you're controlling the ball, I guess, but you're just hiking it to the quarterback. But they wanted us to know nearly 100 victories. So 98, including 92 and 51 in the regular season. Okay, so 98 victories in his career. Let me see if I have a 98. I'm glad that I saved the numbers. Do we get a 98? Let's look at the end and let's see. Let's just you see that's everything I enter right there. So not a lot even, right? And we get this whole breakdown here. And I just caught something else too. But let's see if we get a 98. Ooh, I see a 97. That was close. So I don't see a 98 to match his win total. Just I see the 97 there. But you know what else? Look at how retired equals 47 in reverse reduction. Retired equals 47. Look when we go back to the date calculator. He retired. You see, we got the 6-week, 5-day span. That's 47 days. So a 47-day span from this retirement announcement to his upcoming birthday from start to end is 47 days, and retired equals 47. So it hits with the 6-week, 5-day span or the 47, no matter how you run it. Even 1 month, 16 days. Remember, Trevor Lawrence has the 16 on his jersey, the Jacksonville quarterback. And his birthday is October 6th, 10/6, like 16. So that hits no matter what. You even get 16 date numerology on the day of the retirement announcement. Wow, look at the 54 date numerology right there. So Thursday, and that's the one you want to see at the top, 3/6/2025 added up, 54. So 54 date numerology, he announces this retirement. Look at this. We had a 54 immediately at the beginning. Now let's go back to that. Right there, look, he would have counted 5.4 million against Jacksonville's salary cap in 2025. You see that right there? Pretty damn amazing, okay? Now, is there anything else in this article? So we didn't catch the 98, that's cool. And Morse's departure could leave the Jaguars with 2 starting spots to fill their O-line because veteran right guard Brandon Scherf is a free agent. They also need to replace receiver Christian Kirk, who was told Wednesday that he will be released before the new league year begins. That's not nothing you want to hear, right? Hey, we're going to be releasing you. I would be like, bye, I'm bouncing now. All right. But, anyways, another one. Another one. Mitch Morse retiring. And I didn't mention, man, we've been getting a lot of retirement stories in sports. Diana Taurasi, WNBA, she retires. Jimmy Johnson retires, Fox Sports. This retirement. We've had the Kroger CEO and chairman, he resigned, resigned similar to retirement. Okay, and I think there might have been a couple other retirements, but we're getting all of these stories lately, right? So there's definitely a pattern there. But Mitch Morse, the center of the Jacksonville Jaguars, announces this retirement. Mitchell Morse, again, played with the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Jags, and he played college for the Missouri Tigers, as I'm seeing right there. Okay. So that's That's the breakdown. Again, the 65s hit heavy, the 10s, the 100, 100 is like 10 as you see right there. There's always more, y'all, but that's my breakdown. You can call me Math 2 Con, but this channel is called Daily Decodes 812. You can call me Matthew, you can call me Matt. Just know you got this information from me. Jaguar center Mitch Morse announces his retirement after 10 seasons and nearly 100 wins. Until next time, peace.